Let's talk about the Mueller investigation. The president
Please.
said again on Friday that he wants to speak with Mueller, answer his questions. So you're prepared to make that happen?
Not after the way they've acted. I came into this case with the desire to do that, and they just keep convincing me not to do it. First, they leak the questions. Then they do this whole thing.
Well, let me just stop you right there, because in fact, those questions were written by Jay Sekulow after a meeting with Mueller and his team, and these were your impression, the impression of the Trump team's take on the questions. And in fact, it was a document made by the Trump team. It wasn't something leaked by Mueller.
Well, something leaked by us. I know that. I mean, look, it may not have been. First of all, I don't think Bob Mueller leaks. Let's be clear about that. I think that people on a lower, I don't think his top guys leak, or women. I think people below leak, and a lot of people saw these different documents. Could it have been somebody formally on our side? Could it have been somebody formally on theirs? I don't know. Main fact is, I don't care. My client's prejudiced by that, but in a way we were helped by it. So I guess that's why they suspect us. But we were helped inadvertently. We're helped because it shows he has no case. Three main issues, right? One is, was there collusion? Come on. Nobody believes anymore there was collusion.
Several questions on that list about collusion.
Well, there were questions about it because they don't have any answers, right? They wouldn't have to ask us if they had answers, right?
Mayor, if the president's done nothing wrong, as you say again and again, and he tells the truth,
he hasn't done anything wrong, George.
I know, and if he tells the truth as you would advise him to do, what is the danger in answering Robert Mueller's questions?
Because they're trying to trap. You couldn't put a lawyer on this show who wants to keep his law license to tell you he should testify.
But it's only a trap if the president doesn't tell the truth.
No, it isn't. It's only prosecutable if they have some built-up, manipulated evidence to prove the president didn't tell the truth. Well, how often has that happened?
If you have evidence that proves he doesn't tell the truth, then the president didn't tell the truth.
No. People do things like lie. People lie. Could Comey be lying? You're damn right he could be lying, George. And we're going to walk ourselves into a trap like that?
Yeah, but
I couldn't.
If Mr. Comey lied to the special counsel, then he's the one who's vulnerable to perjury. If the president tells the truth, he's not.
And the special counsel has to be open to believing that. The special counsel so far seems to think that Comey is Moses, and I happen to think Comey is Judas.
But you believe the president is telling the truth. If you believe that, if you have that conviction, you're his attorney. Why don't you say, go in, talk to Robert Mueller, tell the truth? Because
I wouldn't be an attorney if I did that, George. I'd be living in some kind of unreal fantasy world that everybody tells the truth. I'm not going to accept. They don't have a case on collusion. They don't have a case on obstruction, which is why they're asking all these cockamamie questions about what do you feel, what do you think. I'm going to walk them into a prosecution for perjury like Martha Stewart did? I mean, she'd tell you they weren't telling the truth. Martha Stewart would tell you that she told the truth, and they set her up.
What happens?
I don't know that. Well, I don't want to get into that case. I don't know.
Right, but what happens if Robert Mueller subpoenas the president? Will you comply?
Well, we don't have to. He's the president of the United States. We can assert the same privileges other presidents have. President Clinton negotiated a deal in which he didn't admit the effectiveness of the subpoena.
But he did testify. Yeah, but he did testify before the grand jury. Is the president willing to do that? But
only for 2.5 hours, only with an arranged format. Would we be willing to do that? I'd rather have the Hillary Clinton treatment.
Yeah, I think President Clinton was before.
But I would rather have the Hillary Clinton.
More than 2.5 hours.
No, he was 2.5 hours in the grand jury. Approximately, maybe 3. We'll take 3. But Hillary Clinton treatment is what I'm looking for. And that is no under oath, only a Q&A, and then we get the questions in advance, and they write the report 2 weeks before.
Are you confident the president will not take the fifth in this case?
Oh, how could I ever be confident of that? When I'm facing a situation with the president and all the other lawyers are, in which every lawyer in America thinks he'd be a fool to testify, I've got a client who wants to testify. Please don't. He said it yesterday. And, you know, Jay and I said to ourselves, my goodness, I hope we get a chance to tell him the risks that he's taking. So he may testify. And we may actually work things out with Bob Mueller, because working with him directly is good.
Final question. Do you still want Rod Rosenstein to shut down this investigation?
I do. I believe that after Judge Ellis's remarks last night, yesterday rather, on Friday, there's no question that the amount of government misconduct is accumulating. I happen to believe it's greater than anybody realizes. Very embarrassing to my former Justice Department, and very embarrassing not to FBI agents. Please, nobody's attacking FBI agents, the Justice Department lawyers. We're attacking the formal leadership of both organizations.